The average condo apartment price in Toronto just dropped 9.8% year-over-year to $604,759. Meanwhile, detached homes in the Greater Toronto Area are holding their value with only a 7.2% decline. That gap is getting everyone's attention right now. For the first time in years, downtown Toronto condos aren't just cooling. They're crashing faster than any other housing segment. According to January 2026 data from the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, condo sales are down 26% year-over-year, while suburban detached homes are only down 9%. This shift is bigger than anyone expected. Let's break down what just changed and why everyone's talking about it. Here's what actually happened. In Q4 2024, Bullpen Research and Consulting reported that the average asking price per square foot for new, unsold condos fell to $1,524, down 10% from the three-year peak of $1,689 in Q3 2022. That's not just a dip. Prices are expected to drop another 7.3% in 2025, according to their forecast. Ben Myers, founder of Bullpen, went public with the issue last fall. He called it a fundamental problem for developers heading into 2025 and 2026. Why? Investors who bought pre-construction units at peak prices now have to close on those deals in a completely different market. According to TD Economics, resale condo prices could fall between 15% to 20% from their 2023 peak by the end of 2025. That prediction is playing out right now. CIBC and Urbanation concluded last summer that Toronto's condo market was teetering on recessionary territory, with over three-quarters of investors losing money on mortgages for new condo units. Meanwhile, suburban single-family homes are showing resilience. Detached homes in the GTA averaged $1,277,915 in January 2026. Yes, they're down 7.2% year-over-year, but that's significantly better than condos. More importantly, suburban areas like Mississauga and Oakville are attracting buyers who want space and stability. In early 2024, Toronto's condo market started with approximately 6,300 active listings. By year-end, that number nearly doubled to 12,000. As of January 2026, there are 8,500 active listings with projections suggesting it could reach 15,000 following historic growth patterns. Here's where it gets messy. Urbanation data shows approximately 31,000 new condo units are expected to be completed in 2025. Some analysts project even higher, up to 40,000 new units hitting the market this year. These are units purchased years ago when mortgage rates were 2% to 3%, and now buyers are facing 4.14% rates on a 5-year fixed mortgage. The assignment market tells the real story. Listings for pre-construction assignments in prime downtown Toronto locations like Canada House show one-bedroom units asking around $520,000, while two-bedroom units are listed at $899,990. Original purchasers are scrambling to exit before closing. Data from Zonda Urban shows condo developments representing 2,345 housing units were canceled from January to September 2024. Another 6,849 units are in vulnerable projects across the Greater Toronto and Golden Horseshoe area. Now let's look at the suburbs. In November 2024, detached homes averaging around $1.45 million gained 3.5% year-over-year, showing renewed resilience. By contrast, condos averaged $689,599, down 2.9% year-over-year, according to Brand Vision's market analysis. Immigration-driven rental demand keeps vacancy around 2.1%, but downtown one-bedroom units rent at over $2,500 monthly. Suburban families are choosing detached homes over condos because they're getting more space, outdoor areas, and long-term value. According to recent Bank of Canada data, sales volumes surged 39% year-over-year by November 2024 after interest rate cuts. But here's the catch. That surge went primarily to detached homes and townhouses, not condos. Condo sales in the GTA's core 416 area fell 14.5% in early 2025, while suburban 905 regions only saw a 7.4% decrease. Before we continue, 99% of people watching this haven't subscribed yet. We're close to hitting 500 subscribers, and your support helps us bring you these housing market breakdowns. Hit that subscribe button right now. Let's talk specific numbers. As of January 2026, the GTA's benchmark home price fell to $936,100, down 8% year over year. That's the 8th straight monthly decline since May 2025 and the lowest benchmark price since January 2021. The average selling price hit $973,289 in January 2026, down 6.5% from a year earlier. But look at the breakdown by property type. It exposes everything. Detached homes, $1,277,915, down 7.2% year over year. Semi-detached homes, $945,967, down 9.7%. Freehold townhomes, $914,738, down 7%. Condo apartments, $604,759, down 9.8%. Condo sales are taking the biggest hit. In January 2026, condo sales dropped 26% year over year. Days on market increased to 67 days, up from 55 days in January 2025. The sales to listing price ratio hit 97%, meaning homes sold for 3% less than asking price on average. Meanwhile, suburban markets are holding steadier. Mississauga's average home price is down only 1.5% year over year, while Markham home prices are actually up 0.1%. Brampton is down 6.9% to $882,661, but that's still outperforming downtown condos. Mortgage rates tell part of the story. Current rates hover around 4.14% for a 5-year fixed, significantly lower than last year, but still higher than the 2020 to 2021 days. The Bank of Canada cut rates 7 times since mid-2024, bringing the overnight rate to 2.5%, but it hasn't been enough to save the condo market. Active listings in the GTA stood at 17,975 in January 2026, up 4.8% year over year. The market posted 5.8 months of supply, pushing into buyer's market territory. Sales activity dropped to 3,082 sales, down 19.9% year over year. Developers are in crisis mode. According to industry reports, many developers don't have room for more pricing declines and are holding on as long as they can. Wall Street firms that poured money into Toronto condos during the pandemic are quietly pulling out. Local agents are shocked. Several Toronto realtors told the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board that suburban buyers are negotiating hard but still closing deals, while downtown condo sellers are sitting with 0 offers for weeks. Policy changes are shifting the game. Late 2024 mortgage rule changes increased the insured mortgage cap from $1 million to $1.5 million and allowed 30-year amortizations for first-time buyers and new builds. That helped suburban detached and semi-detached homes more than condos. The tone shifted fast. Investors who dominated condo purchases during the pandemic have vanished. According to TD Economics, the share of homes being bought by investors is declining rapidly. Souring rent growth and falling condo prices made real estate investments less attractive. State Farm and other financial institutions are warning about mortgage defaults. Higher interest rates from previous years could lead to increased defaults if homeowners can't keep up with rising costs, particularly condo owners with higher carrying costs. Population growth is slowing as the federal government's tighter immigration plan unfolds. Alongside rising condo supply, this is putting downward pressure on rents. Resale market data shows rents for the average one-bedroom apartment in the GTA fell 5% year over year in Q4 2024. As of February 2026, the market looks completely different. Toronto's benchmark price declined 1.1% month over month to $924,100, down 6.6% annually. The city of Toronto recorded 1,074 sales in January, down 22.5% year over year. Right now, suburban transit corridors are at a sweet spot between affordability and demand. Areas like Oakville, Mississauga's waterfront, and Brampton's emerging neighborhoods are attracting families who want detached homes with yard space. Economists are warning that condo completions will continue pressuring prices through 2026. But detached homes, especially in central neighborhoods with limited listings, may record mild price appreciation as demand focuses on scarce ground-oriented properties. New data shows that buyers are voting with their wallets. Single-family homes had a median sales price of $1,100,000 and took an average of 27 days to sell, compared to condos, which had a median sales price of $615,000 and sat on the market for 36 days. This shift has every homeowner watching closely. The condo market that dominated Toronto for a decade is now the weakest link, while suburban single-family homes are proving they can weather the storm better. And that's why homeowners, renters, and investors are all on edge right now. The gap between downtown condos and suburban homes isn't just a temporary blip. It's a fundamental reset in how people value housing in the Greater Toronto Area. The market is shifting faster than anyone expected, and the next 12 months will determine whether this becomes the new normal.